My name is Elias. I've been a park ranger at Blackwood Creek Campground for almost a decade now. Most nights are predictable. Empty. But there was one campsite, Site 14, that started to break all the rules. It belonged to Sarah. Or, it had belonged to her. The question that kept me awake was why it kept setting itself up a guy. It was late November. The final closing rounds for the season. I was driving my patrol vehicle through Blackwood Creek Campground, checking each site, making sure it was supposed to be completely cleared out, barren. But that night, as my headlights swept across a dark shape, a tent already pitched. I blinked, thinking it was just the snow playing tricks on my eyes, or maybe a late-season straggler. It wasn't Sarah's, of course. She'd vanished from her own bright orange one. This one felt newer. Too new for the conditions. I walked around it, called out. Nothing. Just the vast, echoing silence of Blackwood Creek Campground. I figured some kids, maybe, had snuck. I dismantled the tent, packed it away in my truck. Left a note on the site post, warning against stray. Then I continued my rounds, double-checking the locks on the restrooms, securing the main gate of BL. It was too neat, too organized for a spur-of-the-moment prank. And the snow around it was pristine. It just felt off. More than just annoying. The next night, I was back for another perimeter check. The snow had started falling heavier. I drove, and there it was again. The same dark blue dome tent. Exactly as I'd found it the night before. But this time, something new. Nestled beside the small, empty fire pit was a single, neatly stacked no one else could have. The fire pit itself, which I'd checked just yesterday, now held a small looper. My first thought was a prank. It had to be. Someone was messing with me, or with the memory of Sarah. I checked the ground for any other tracks. The snow was untouched except for my own path. I even pulled out my radio, tried to contact the main. I considered calling the sheriff, but what would I even say? Someone keeps setting up a tent on an. The next morning, back at the ranger station, I checked the security cameras for the main gate. I called the other rangers, subtly asking if anyone had been out near Site 14. All of them said no one. The rational explanations, the pranks, the late campers, the mischievous teens, they all it was just me, and whatever was happening at Sarah's campsite. It felt less like a prank now, and that night, the silence of Blackwood Creek Campground felt heavier than usual. I drove the familiar. The snow continued to fall, a soft, relentless blanket muffling everything. No distant hum of traffic. The ranger station, usually a small comfort, felt like a glass cage in the vast, dark wilderness. I knew it. And I knew I had to go back. As I approached Site 14 at Blackwood Creek Campground, my headlights hit the tent again. Still there, a faint, rhythmic rustling from inside the tent. Like fabric rubbing against itself. Or something too. I stood there in the absolute quiet, straining to hear over the thumping of my own heart. It stopped, or the whisper of dry leaves. It wasn't the wind. It was coming from inside that tent. I grabbed my flashlight, my hand shaking slightly. Took a deep breath, and walked towards the tent. I unzipped the tent flap slowly, pulling it back. Empty. Absolutely, completely empty. No sleeping bag, no gear, no sign that anyone had ever been inside. Just the pristine, cold interior, the feeling of being watched intensified, a cold prickle on my neck. The absence was far more terrific. I remembered Sarah, then. It was almost a year to the day since she vanished from Blackwood Creek, CA. Her gear was all still inside, untouched. Sarah was gone. No tracks, no struggle, no signs of the search parties. Found nothing. The official report said she likely wandered off, got lost. Succum said the woods just took her. Swallowed her whole. And now, I was starting to believe them. I stumbled back from the tent, my mind reeling. This wasn't just a prank. This wasn't just a recurry. I turned to leave, to get back to my truck, to get out of Blackwood Creek Campground. But then I saw, and as I bent down, my flashlight beam catching the worn leather, I recognized it. It was Sarah's. It was impossible. They had searched this site 100 times. This boot was never found. I snatched the boot, clutching it tight, and ran. Ran through the snow, back to my truck, back down. I didn't dare. I fumbled with the keys, started the engine, and drove like a maniac back to the Rang. Triple locked it. I threw the boot into a storage locker, hoping to hide it away, to pretend it had. I turned on every light, every single bulb, trying to push back the encroaching darkness. For a moment. It didn't last. The porch light outside the ranger station flickered, then died, plunging the immediate soft scraping sound, coming from the back wall. Like something dragging itself across the wooden p. Nothing. Just my reflection, distorted in the glass, and the endless, dark woods of Blackwood Creek. Sarah's compass. I remembered it from the missing person photos. It had been missing too. My blood ran cold. It wasn't just at Site 14 anymore. It was here, with me, in the ranger station. That I grabbed my rifle, heart pounding. My hands were slick with sweat. I knew I couldn't stay. I had to as I yanked the main door open. A sudden gust of icy wind hit me, carrying with it a faint, almost It wasn't a person. It was too tall, too thin. It was watching me. My first instinct was to run, to sprint to my truck, to drive until I hit pavement and civilization. Sarah's boot. Her compass. It was trying to tell me something, to lead me. Back to Site 14 at Black. Was it a trap? Absolutely. But what if it was also the only way to understand? To truly understand. I looked at the dark shape, then at the compass in my hand. Understanding felt more dangerous than I walked back to Site 14. The tent was there, of course. The firewood. The ash. All exactly as before. I stepped inside the tent, this time with a strange calm. And there, pressed into the pristine frost on the floor, was a journal. Sarah's journal. Its pages. It spoke of a deep, unsettling loneliness she felt in Blackwood Creek Campground, a sense of being My blood ran cold. I had noticed. I had broken the rule. The air in the tent grew impossibly heavy, colder than the outside air. I heard the rustling again. I looked down. It was Sarah's other hiking boot, now perfectly placed on the tent floor, directly in as I stared. A faint, translucent handprint appeared on the inner wall of the tent, right where Sarah. The handprint solidified, becoming clearer, colder. I felt an undeniable presence behind me, a sign it wanted me to complete the scene. To become the next one to vanish from Blackwood Creek Campground, but Sarah's words echoed, until someone notices. I had noticed. But what if noticing wasn't enough? What if I had to break the loop, not just witness it? I made a desperate, terrifying choice. I wrote about what I saw. About the repeating tent, the firewood, the ash. About Sarah's boot and co. I wrote it all down, meticulously, as if documenting a crime scene. As my pen scratched the last word, not a sigh, not a rustle. A guttural, mournful wail that filled Blackwood Creek Campground, a sound or what was left of her. Trapped. And she wanted someone to finally hear her story. Not just witness. I scrambled out of the tent, clutching Sarah's journal. The wailing followed me, seeming to echo further. The path back to my truck seemed to shift, to lengthen. Trees appeared where there should have been. I could feel icy fingers brushing my coat, hear faint whispers right at my ear. The air itself felt I had to get out, to tell her story, to break the cycle. If I stayed, I would just become another WH. I don't know how long I ran, or how I found my way. Eventually, my hands found the cold metal of the journal was clutched in my lap. I was safe. I was out. But now, every night, I sleep with the lights on. And I hear the soft rustle of fabric, just outside, because Sarah's story is out now. And I am the one who told it. And some nights, I think, now it's M.